I wouldn't say I'm crazy, I'm just sick of it all. I justify the people with big roles making you feel small. I wouldn't say I'm lazy, just over answering calls. I should have been picked up by the people who let them ring too long. Whoa. It's not about who's there when you call. They don't show up, you seek them out. So maybe you're scared. If you fall, that your words won't make a sound. So scream it out loud. Tell them I'm the one that's proud. Well, fuck it, I'll pick them mess up when they just break you down. Sorry you've been let down, shut out and giving only half you gave. Well, I promise every day we'll meet you more than halfway. I saw he doesn't have a picture of you in his phone, but everyone you drew him is folded up and never sees the light of day anymore. It's like you never knew him. They act surprised when you win it, all the shit that you did, but still tell you that it's not enough. They grab a hold of insecurities you gotten from them. It's their fault that they won't let you go. When you call, they don't show up, you seek them out. So maybe you're scared. If you fall, that your words won't make a sound. So scream it out loud. Tell them I'm the one that's proud. Well, fuck it, I'll pick them mess up when they just break you down. Sorry you've been let down, shut out and giving only half you gave. Well, I promise every day we'll meet you more than halfway.
Can you hear me now? Oh, my thing was down. My bad. You can hear me now, right? My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. I said a great hold. At least you're looking at the positives of it. I don't know what par is. 1-1 from your 1196, but at least you held Tedesco. That's a really good hold. I assume you captained Cleary. I VC Teddy. But I kind of had an inkling all week that Roosters were going to pretty much score 24, 30 plus points. I didn't think they were, I thought they were going to beat Dolphins. I didn't think they were going to smash them, but I thought Herbie being out was a big, big loss. So yeah. I was very surprised to not see more people have a VC or captain on Teddy, to be honest. Especially with the weather. That was one thing. I think people, I was looking at the weather a lot, and I was getting really scared going Brimson because I live on the Gold Coast, and then I was like, I could go Brimson or Addo Carr. But yeah. You went JC, yeah. So it was a bit weird. JC was a bit weird today. 13 points in front of your matchup on a 13-11. Whoa, fingers crossed, big dog Danny. Let's hope you get home. I'm not really a head-to-head player. I just love playing Classic, but I think next year, I don't know. I've never really been a head-to-head type of player, but I can see why people love it, right? All right, let's get into this. I'll get into my team, everything like that, and I'll do a quick wrap up. Welcome on in, everyone. Thanks for being here. I hope you had a lovely week. I hope you enjoyed watching the footy. I had a very, very good round. A few things that I think went my way, and then a few things that went against me, but nothing bad. I can't complain with the 1476. The biggest thing for me was my trades this week. So this week I brought in, I have a mind blank. I brought in Brimson, and I brought in, who was my second trade? Am I okay? I literally can't remember who my second trade was. It wasn't 2RF. It wasn't 5'8" or halfback. Brimson. Oh, and Lomax, who got a 48. Can you believe that? I brought in Herbie for Lomax, and I brought in Brimson for Kyle McCarthy. So you can see here my team is pretty well set up now. Evening, Danny. The biggest worry for me is if Harry Grant gets rested or doesn't play, I'll have to take a Talon De Silva hit. I have a DNP because I captained Terrell May because I had Tedesco as my vice captain loop. And then I've shifted out Aaron Clark. The reason I did this was because it was absolutely pouring down and they were versing the Bulldogs at a core stadium. This worked out very nice for me, a 49. But it is what it is, right? You have to take someone out, and that was the only person I could take out. But I took a risk with it, and it paid off. I didn't play Hosking this week. I didn't play AFB, which is mostly the worst thing I didn't do this week. I didn't think he was going to score more than Tarpanay, but he seems to be hitting a stride now and getting some really nice points. So I might have to start giving him a bit more respect because I did play him last week. Nicara has been awful for me. I traded him in last week. I just don't know how he's not doing more. It's been one of my most annoying trades, I would say, especially when I was doing it with like 4 to 6 trades left. Hubner's the real sore point for me, and the reason being is I think it's round 25 or 4. Is it next week? So next week, Canberra have the bye. So I really wanted to try and play Hubner. I'll have to see on his injury to see if it was really, really bad and he can even play next week. Also, he got put on report. So if you do own Hubner, just pay attention with that. But Tino could be back next week as well, which will be absolutely huge. So if that is the case, I'll be more than happy with that. Also, I think I'm just very happy with the depth. The reason why I went Brimson over Addo-Carr. So I had Addo-Carr in and I switched to Brimson. Now, the reason I had, there was multiple reasons. There was mostly 2 or 3. One, I just liked Brimson at fullback. I had a feeling Addo-Carr was going to do quite well against the Cowboys, but I also thought with the Bulldogs run, if Galvin does a bit average or they just, he's not performing well, I can then move Brimson up to 5'8". Galvin can go, and then I can get maybe a CT dub that's performing well. So that's where my head went. I also played Marky Mark this week. He got 101. Told you to hold him, and this is exactly what you needed to hold in. When we traded in Marky Mark in that period, we had to say to ourselves, we're trading him in. We know he's going to have some bad games, but we're holding him for the good ones, and this is the reward you get for holding. I also had Billy Smith, who got a 71, which is absolutely absurd. Really, really happy with that. He could be a trade-up target for me. With 2 trades left, I won't be doing anything yet. Dylan Edwards, Tedesco, we spoke about. Oh, Tedesco went up to 189. Wow. My biggest concern right now, and I need to look at this, is Drinkwater. North Queensland versus Newcastle. Okay, so we're definitely holding him. Then they have West Tigers. Okay, so Drinky's definitely a hold still. But yeah, 37 in a game where they score, I think it was 18 points for memory. A bit rough. I wonder if some people also had him VC or captain. That is a big one to look at. But I think we now have our 4 CT dubs like in stone. Well, definitely 3, which is Lomax, Karaz, Garrick, Toto also got me 102, someone I traded in a few weeks back who finally paid off his debts for the last two performances. He's sort of not capitalized on Penrith's score, so I'm super, super happy with that. And honestly, besides Nicara, I've just been really, this is a massive round for me. I think a lot of people are going to have 11, 1200. If you hit 1300 plus, I think that's even just above par. I wouldn't be surprised if like 1250 to 1300 is par. But I think there will be some low scores this week as well. But yeah, Souths obviously have some interesting picks. Does anyone know if Hubner got injured? Yeah, so he got injured. He got taken off for HIA. He got, for memory, Cat 2. And then he also got put on report. So I can't remember. My team is looking super strong. Yeah, it's looking pretty nice. My front row forwards and my 2RFs are really strong. And this is exactly what I wanted to have for the run home. Like next week with the Hudson Young and Hosking bye, I can just, like if Tino comes into lineup, I'll be fine either way. Like even if he doesn't, and even if Hubner doesn't play, I literally swing Aaron Clark down and I put AFB in and Terrell May's back next week. So I'm completely fine. Like I'm sorted. So the biggest thing is like when this player comes that everyone's going to go for on a run for and try and get, and they can't get, that's when I want to sort of jump on and go. Should be out next week. Well, it depends on the report. And his injury, I don't think it was bad. I thought it was a stinger in his shoulder, but yeah, could be chances of him being out next week. I don't know 100% though. Is it, if you're a Cat 2, the only thing is I don't know if he was a Cat 2 and deemed that he couldn't play, or if he was a Cat 2 and came back on. I can't remember that. I'm sorry. All right, let's get into the wrap up. Just give me 1 sec. Let me switch this over. Switch. Get that up. All right, cool. All right, let's get into the wrap up. Look, even the guy I versed in head to head this week, 1355 he had, and he still lost. He'd be fuming. He had Munster as well, who went off his rocker for a 92. Kick out also nice for a 71. I kind of wish I went kick out over a bit before. I don't know why, but yeah. Who are the four main centers now? Are there even, is it Timoko? Maybe I overlooked Timoko. The reason I didn't want to go Timoko is because of the bye though. That's the only reason. But anyway, let's get into this. So let's get into the round 23 wrap up. I hope you guys did well. Storm versus Broncos. Multiple injuries. Adam Reynolds, hamstring. Was it Cobbo? Was it not Cobbo? I didn't watch this game. I think it was Adam Reynolds, Cobbo, and Ezra Mam. Huge injuries. How this impacts Payne Haas and the forwards, we'll have to wait and see. I think I did a silly trade where I traded out Payne Haas 1 or 2 weeks ago based off his injury. But now, with these injuries, I don't know how much attack and how much ball Broncos are going to get. So that's a wait and see. We'll see if it hurts me, basically. Rumors are Broncos want to play Walsh at halfback next week, Mariner at fullback, and both Karapani Arthurs on the wing. Why wouldn't they play? Oh, no, that's fair. Yeah, it's so what is it going to be? Ben Hunt and Walsh, I assume. It's what they have to do, right? Very tough. Munster 92, huge. Haas 83, that's nice. Wishart's huge. If you randomly went to Wishart, very nice play. Carrigan, I was saying this to Savage from Supercoach Experience. I don't know who, if you went to Carrigan like 2-3 weeks ago, I think that was a very silly play and you shouldn't have done that. Harry Grant 77, he's been the go-to hooker, I think, out of that Watson, Harry Grant and Blake Brayley. Actually, I don't know what Blake Brayley got this week, but I think he's had a couple of iffy weeks, but Blake Brayley was still a good pick. Katoa 64, that's where he kind of lives. Nothing else much here. What did Pappenhausen get? 76. So if you did hold on to Pappenhausen, a bit of reward there. Nothing crazy, but still rewarded. I personally think it's time to jump off a lot of Brisbane players if you are on them besides Payne Haas. Things are going to get very, very scary. If you have Walsh in the fullback and a Walsh at fullback and he does go to halves, I think that's going to be very, very tough. I would most surely jump ship. But yeah, that is it for... Oh, also Coates. Some people spoke to me about Coates. Well done if you brought him in or have him. That's very, very nice with a 79. Knights versus Panthers. Holy moly. I watched this game. Yeah, I'm so surprised with this scoreline that Cleary doesn't pop a 150 here. I'm very thankful in a way because I avoided... I know this might sound crazy, but I didn't even have Cleary as vice captain, let alone not as captain. So that was very, very scary for me. But I went with my gut. It was also, I think, slightly raining, but that didn't really stop them. The rain started coming on, and then they still kept scoring points. Brian To'o finally paid back for me, 102. That's really, really nice. Had some crazy runs, nice work rate as well. I think with Yo now being injured, the best beneficiary was Papali. Someone who you could possibly look at if, depending on when he's coming back. 73 from Edwards. He's just been great for the last 4 or 5 weeks. 48 points, though, absolutely huge. For them to have 48 points and see the likes of like Liam Martin only have 60. Where's McLean? McLean 85. I'd expect to see a bit more scores here, but hey, it is what it is. You live with it, and the Panthers are firing. Newcastle, look, I don't think many of us will have Newcastle players in their team, but if you do have Bradman Best or Kai Pearce-Paul in a thrashing like this, you'll live with a 50 to a 57. Anyone else? Gagai, 40 for those who had him at fullback, and for those that traded him this week. I don't know why people traded in Gagai this week for fullback. I said it in my previous video. If you missed out on it, you missed out on it, and I don't think it was the time to bring him in. But you got to live with it. Do you keep him? That is up to you. I don't think it was the play, though. Raiders versus the Seagulls. Seagulls look shot. They look absolutely horrid. The only one, literally, in this team that looks like they're doing something, mostly 2 people, is Turbo and Cooler. Sorry. Turbo with a 55, meh. Timoko 74. I'll be honest, I put my hand up and said I wouldn't go there. 74 is huge. I don't even think he scored a try. That's absolutely massive. Strange 127. That's absolutely huge. I think he got 3 tries this game. So that's lovely to see. Corey Horsburgh, 66. If you still have Horsburgh and you didn't trade him during the Origin period, well done, because he's been doing pretty damn well. Tarpanay, 50. Annoying, to be honest. I want him getting 60 plus. It's not happening. Starling, 48. If you still have him in hooker, that's a bit average, to be honest with you. Savage at 54. No one else really. Maybe if you have Jamal Fogarty in the halves, which some of you may have, 58. That's nice. To be honest with you, Garrick is 63. That is quite good. I'll be happy with a 55 plus from Garrick. So you're very much so happy with that. And nobody else here from the Eagles that I really want to talk about. Walsh pod, maybe? You think Walsh is a pod because he goal kicks? I don't think so. I'd need to see their draw. I don't know who they're versing, but I personally don't think so. Dragons versus the Sharks. Holy moly. Sharks and Manly, I told you, and I'll say this over and over again, they are pretenders. They will not do anything in the playoffs. And I think this game really proved that Dragons, though, are playing some really nice footy. And they could be a team that plays finals footy. 22-14. When the going got tough, their defense was there. It clearly looked like they wanted to win from the get-go more than Sharks. Walsh versus Cowboys. Is it at Suncorp or Queensland's home? Clemmer 68. That's actually massive. King Togia, 77. That's huge. A lot of people, I reckon, wouldn't have had him reserved or even in this week, so that's going to hurt a bit. Gutherson 92. Pardon me. Really, really nice. I think the most annoying thing about the Dragons is like Damian Cook and Little. Like, if they just had a single hooker, they'd be one of the best hookers in the con. You played King Togia, Danny, for 77. That is an amazing call against the Sharks, mate. Well done. That's honestly really, really good. I don't think I would have done that. That's a very ballsy play. So that's awesome from you, mate. Also, I know we're talking about next season, but now that DeBellin's leaving, I think Hamish Stewart is going to be just someone who I possibly could be potentially a lock for next season. I'm very surprised they've let Jack DeBellin go. But yeah, a 61 from Hamish Stewart, 57 from Jack DeBellin. Sloan 46 with a try. He's not really super coach friendly, that guy. Nicara also 38. My kryptonite, this guy. I'm scared to play him now. It's just weird. It's just really, really weird. If you have Ramian or Nicara, it's honestly super annoying. Teague Wilton got a 65. So Teague Wilton is actually a nice little look there as well. Dolphins versus Roosters. Do I need to really go on much about this? This was an absolute demolishing. Now, I will say this. The reason why Dolphins got smashed is they got into this heated argument battle for the first 15 to 20 minutes of the game where it was like people wanted to fight each other. And I think mentally, Dolphins lost their heads and then in turn, they lost the game by a lot. Now, in saying that, I think one of the best players in the competition right now is Sam Walker. He is most probably by far one of the most absurd players in terms of some of his reactions and the way he decides on making moves. 119, Tedesco 189, Tupou 107, which is absolutely massive because a lot of people went Tupou pod, which I think is huge. Hugo Savala with a 97. Billy Smith with a 71, Egan Butcher with a 72. Lenu getting sin bin and getting a 69 with a try. If you have Lenu, you'd love to see that as well. But inflated points here, but hella high water. Tedesco bounces back with a massive score. Is that the biggest score of the season? That is, right? 189, chat? I'm pretty sure that is. 189. I think the closest to that was 170 something by 177 from Pap. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure that's the biggest score of the season. For me, again, I'm not touching anyone from the Dolphins on this run home, let alone at all besides Herbie, who's now out for the season. Yeah, don't go there. If you have Jermaine Osako at 27, get rid of him. Yeah, you just need to get more stable points, to be honest with you. Even Hammer, a 52, I wouldn't go anywhere near it. I think someone from SC Playbook went Jeremy Marshall King or was talking about them. That's a wild call. But anyway, Bulldogs 32-14 against the Warriors. This was a very wet game. Crichton top scoring. I think last week someone in chat asked me about Crichton, and I said I personally wouldn't go there. He was goal kicking. I honestly didn't get to watch a huge amount of this game, but him coming out with 100 is huge. Kick out 71 in the wet, absolutely massive. He got a try as well. Galvin 54. I didn't expect him to get that, but I didn't play him this week. 54. I'll live with that because I didn't play him because it was really, really wet. Preston 45. I think Preston's been the most under par trade in from that time where a lot of people got him in. He's been subpar to me, to be honest. I wouldn't go anywhere near that. Rinakama 45. I think he got a try also. I think it's time to move this guy on personally, but that's just my opinion. RTS gets a 41. Aaron Clark top scores with 49. That's how rough it is, or rough it was for the Warriors in this game. And I think we're pretty much going on to the next one. There's no one else we can really look at or talk about in the Bulldogs or Warriors team, to be honest with you. Titans versus Rabbitohs. I cannot believe Rabbitohs won this game, to be honest with you. Not in a sense that I don't believe in the Rabbitohs. I just thought Titans have been on a roll. They nearly beat the Panthers. This was the game they really should have just dug in and won. Campbell kind of was like a bit AFK this game, I felt like. Brimson, I think there was some really poor decisions in their sort of set pieces where they went to Furmore a bit too much and they could have got out the back when an overlap was made. I didn't really like it. But points-wise, Campbell, 78. He's proving just to be the 5/8 with Cameron Munster, to be honest with you. Furmore, 78. You'll live with that. Mitchell had a massive game. So did Alex Johnston, who got fed off Mitchell. Mitchell playing in the left centers. 79 is huge. Tallis Duncan, another 63. He seems to be a great get for people that got him like a few 3 to 5 weeks ago. Khan Pereira, 70. I wouldn't look into that too much. Brimson, 50. That was a bit under par for me, to be honest. I went with Brimson. I wanted to go Addo-Carr. I chose to go Brimson. I think I should have just gone Addo-Carr. I had a feeling about it, and it's gone sideways. But Gold Coast do have the West Tigers coming up, so we'll see if that pays us back in full coming into that game. Last game, Eels versus Cowboys. If you didn't see this, Cowboys basically score on the buzzer. It gets awarded a no try due to obstruction. Mitchell Moses plays his cards well. What about TMM? Didn't TMM have an issue? Or am I tripping? He got 3. I think something happened with him. I think he got a HIA or something for memory. You might have to look into that, but he got a 3 for a reason. So I might be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure something happened with him. Drinkwater, 43. That's very subpar, to be honest with you. That hurts a lot. Hess had a massive game, 70. He's capable of doing these numbers, but this season it just hasn't been there. Yeah. Something happened to him. He got injured or a HIA or something. Lomax, 49. That is wild as well. I thought he was going to have a field day against Cowboys with the way he runs. Hopgood, his best score of the season, 73. Josh Addo-Carr, top scores with 82. I can't believe it. Penasini, that would have put me, I would have got 1,500 this week if I chose Josh Addo-Carr over Brimson. So that hurts me. Moses, 47. Jack Williams, 55. Nothing super coach crazy here. I have Talon De Silva in my team, but I have Harry Grant as hooker 1. Guyam at 32. I said this before. Tom Didden, 23. That hurts if you've brought him in. Hopefully he does more in his next 2. I think they have better matchups. And that is it Supercoach wise. Purdue, 94. About time. Really nice to see. I think that's going to be a big confidence boost for him as well. So he could be a sneaky little play, especially in the CT dubs coming in the next 2 weeks. 402,000. That could be a very interesting play. So yeah. And that is your round 23 wrap up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel as always. I hope you see nothing but green arrows as always. Hopefully, I break into the top 1K heavily this week. Maybe I get to like 800 or 900. I'm rank 1,300 at the moment. Hopefully, with this score, I can get close to 1,000. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, hit the like button, everyone. Thanks, Rod. Appreciate that, big dogs. I'll see you on the next one. I'll see you on Tuesday for the team list. And yeah, it's coming into the end of the season. How long do we have left now? What is it, 4 rounds? Is that it? 4 rounds? 2, 3, 4. 4 rounds. Can you believe that? Damn. Damn. So 2 trades left for me in 4 rounds. I feel pretty good. My team's pretty solid. If anyone gets injured, I've got coverage bar Harry Grant. And if Harry Grant gets rested, that's what I'm waiting for. I would honestly be close to like just trading him out and taking like a Connor Watson or a Blake Brayley and sticking with that for the last 2. We'll have to wait and see though. Anyway, guys, take care. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Much love. And then, what do you mean it starts again in the finals? Wait, what does that mean? What do you mean it starts again? Is that for head-to-head? What's SC finals? I thought it ends after round 27. I feel like the worst creator right now. Wow. Oh, SC finals is another comp. Okay, makes sense. Okay. All right, big dogs, take care. Okay, I guess I get to look forward to SC finals. That's going to be Pog. All right.